Welcome to today's deep dive. I want you to just imagine for a second paying a service to come to your house and wash your exterior windows every single month.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, for a lot of you listening, especially if you live in like a rainy city or a leafy suburb, that probably sounds like pure paranoia.
It sounds like overkill.
Total overkill. Like spring cleaning is an annual event.
Yeah.
You drag out a stepladder, grab a roll of paper towels, and you're kind of just good for the year.
Yeah, usually.
But we're looking at this one specific, highly affluent Utah town where there is this entire subculture where a single month of neglect means the environment literally starts reclaiming your house.
It's pretty wild.
It really is. So we are looking at a hyper-local operation in St. George, Utah called Clean N Clear Window Cleaning. And our mission today is to figure out how a local service business takes a chore that most of us consider a pure functional commodity and elevates it into this vital lifestyle and wellness offering.
Which is not easy to do.
No, because there is a whole world of surprising intricacy here. Okay, let's unpack this, starting with, honestly, the sheer audacity of how they position themselves.
Yeah, I mean, they do not frame themselves as just some simple maintenance crew. They actually operate under this specific guiding principle, which is striving to create lifelong relationships through the art of cleaning windows.
The art.
Right. Placing the word art next to cleaning windows, it completely disrupts the traditional expectation of this entire industry.
It really does. Because when you picture a window washer, the default image is, it's a purely transactional worker. It's a guy with a squeegee who basically just wants to get on and off your property as quickly as humanly possible.
Exactly. But framing it as an art, it changes the entire psychological dynamic between the homeowner and the business.
Yeah, it feels much closer to like a high-end artisan or even a really good neighborhood bartender.
Oh, that's a good comparison.
Right, because a skilled bartender doesn't just pour liquid into a glass. They position their daily repetition as a craft. They memorize your order, they ask about your
They
day.
invite you into a relationship. Yeah.
Exactly, rather than just executing a transaction. But, anybody can slap the word art on a truck. I mean, you could call yourself an artist of driveway sealing. Doesn't mean anyone actually buys it.
That's the thing, though. They actually have the empirical proof to back up the claim, which is where this goes from, clever marketing to a genuinely fascinating business case study.
Yeah, the numbers are crazy.
They are. They currently carry a roster of over 180 recurring scheduled customers. And beyond that, for over 5 years, they have maintained an unbroken streak of exclusively 5-star reviews.
5 years without a single 4-star review.
Not one.
Like, not even from someone annoyed that a truck was parked slightly too close to their rose bushes? That is statistically wild for a home service business.
It is. Homeowners are notoriously protective and, well, difficult to please.
Right. So, to understand why this specific community is so fiercely loyal, we have to pull back and look at the geography, because the environment itself dictates the necessity of this whole business model.
Yeah, we are talking about St. George, Utah.
Mm-hmm.
Geographically, it's a sunny, high desert environment that's really famous for these stunning panoramic red rock landscapes.
Beautiful area.
Oh, the geology is objectively gorgeous. People build multi-million-dollar homes there specifically to capture those sightlines through, massive floor-to-ceiling architectural glass.
Right.
But that beautiful geology is also the absolute enemy of that very same glass.
It's the ultimate nemesis. You basically build a glass castle in a sandbox.
That's a perfect way to put it, because if we connect this to the bigger picture, the environmental battle there is just relentless.
Yeah.
The baseline recommendation for a home in this region is to clean the exterior glass quarterly, just to maintain a basic polished look.
Which already sounds like a lot to me.
Right, but because of the unique red dirt native to the area, visible obstructive buildup often accumulates in just one single month.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting, because I'm struggling to accept that frequency.
The monthly cleaning.
Yeah, washing your windows 12 times a year. I live in an area where the rain occasionally does the heavy lifting for me.
Right.
If a service provider told me I needed a monthly scrub down, I would instantly assume I was being upsold. It sounds like a totally fabricated problem.
Well, you have to understand the mechanics of desert dust. Specifically, the iron oxide that gives St. George its famous red aesthetic.
Okay.
This isn't the fluffy gray house dust you find under a sofa.
Hmm.
Iron oxide is a fine, heavy particulate.
Hmm.
So when the desert winds kick up, those particles are carried through the air, and they literally hit your house,
Just sandblasting it.
basically. And glass, especially in a dry, low-humidity climate, carries a slight static charge. So the red dirt literally clings to the window.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then the desert sun comes out and bakes it at 100 degrees.
So it's not just a dusty film. It's practically kiln firing a layer of red clay onto your living room view.
Exactly. And if you leave it there, those microscopic particles can actually etch into the porous surface of the glass over time.
Wait, really? It actually damages the glass?
Yeah, it causes permanent hard water style stains.
Yeah.
So when we talk about a monthly cleaning schedule, it is not a luxury upsell. It's routine defense.
Man, that totally shifts how you have to conceptualize the service. In southern Utah, window cleaning is essentially an ongoing geological excavation.
It's man versus nature.
Literally. Every time the wind blows, the desert is aggressively trying to paint your house red and swallow you back up.
Right.
You're paying a team to fight back the environment.
Which means this team needs a serious arsenal.
Right. If the adversary is baked on iron oxide, how exactly is Clean and Clear fighting this war?
Well, this raises an important question about their methodology. What's fascinating here is the heavy contrast in their toolkit. It's brilliant, really.
Yeah.
To fight a mechanized enemy like wind and static, they deploy highly specialized hardware. They utilize advanced water-fed poles to tackle high, hard-to-reach commercial and residential windows without needing to, constantly reposition heavy ladders all day.
Wait, let's break down the water-fed pole because that just sounds like a long stick with a hose attached. Why is that considered advanced hardware?
So a standard hose sprays tap water,
Yeah.
right, which is full of dissolved minerals like calcium and magnesium.
Sure.
If you spray tap water on a window and walk away, the water evaporates and leaves all those minerals behind as hard white spots.
Right, the classic water spots.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But a water-fed pole system filters the water on site through a deionization process. It actually pumps ultra-pure water up the pole.
Oh, wow.
And because the water has been stripped of all its natural minerals, it acts almost like a magnet, absorbing the dirt on the glass. When it dries, it leaves absolutely zero residue, no squeegee required.
So they are leveraging pure chemistry and fluid dynamics to bypass the physical labor of wiping down a third-story window? It's incredibly smart.
It is. And they bring that same kind of mechanized energy to the screens too, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
I saw they use a piece of equipment for deep screen cleaning that is essentially a tower of soft bristles equipped with synchronized water jets.
Yeah, they refer to it internally as a mini car wash for your screens.
I just have this amazing visual of pulling a dusty window screen through a miniaturized set of those giant spinning blue brushes you see at the gas station.
That's basically what it is. It aggressively scrubs out all the red dirt trapped in the mesh to restore the airflow.
So we have deionized water systems, we have mechanized screen scrubbers.
Mm-hmm.
You would naturally expect the chemical side of their operation to be equally aggressive.
You'd think so, yeah.
Like some kind of proprietary industrial-grade, highly acidic solvent designed to just melt desert grime.
You would expect that, but their chemical of choice is delightfully simple. It is Dawn dish soap and water.
Dawn dish soap.
Like the exact same blue liquid currently sitting next to my kitchen sink, which I use to soak dried oatmeal out of a bowl.
The very same.
Okay, I am calling foul on that. Why?
I know it sounds crazy.
It does. If I'm a homeowner paying a premium subscription to maintain multi-million-dollar Red Rock sightlines, why are they relying on a $3 grocery store soap?
Yeah.
Shouldn't a professional operation use professional-grade chemicals?
I mean, it feels counterintuitive to use a household item for a premium service, sure. But the rationale is deeply rooted in the physical properties of modern homes. Dawn dish soap actually does three things perfectly.
Okay, I'm listening.
First, it ensures a streak-free shine by effortlessly cutting through environmental oils and greases, fingerprints, bird droppings, or, exhaust particulate.
Makes sense. It cuts grease on dishes.
Right. Second, it is exceptionally gentle, meaning the runoff won't damage the surrounding stucco, paint, or landscaping. But crucially, it is the safest option for tinted and specialty glass.
Ah, the UV tints. Sun protection for the house.
Exactly. In a climate like St. George, almost every high-end home utilizes low-E coatings or aftermarket UV window forms to drastically reduce cooling costs.
Right, because it's 100 degrees outside.
Yeah, and these films are incredibly delicate polymer layers. If you hit a UV-tinted window with an industrial ammonia-based glass cleaner, it will strip the adhesive, cloud the primer, and completely ruin a window that costs thousands of dollars to replace.
Oh, wow. So using an industrial cleaner would be like trying to clean a pair of designer sunglasses with bleach.
That's a great analogy, yeah.
You don't need a sledgehammer, you need a scalpel. The dish soap lifts the dirt without initiating a destructive chemical reaction with the expensive polymer.
They perfectly balance high-tech hardware with old-school protective chemistry. They rely on the mechanical elbow grease of the water-fed poles and the pure water technology, rather than burning the dirt off with harsh chemicals.
Okay, the physics of the dirt requires frequent cleaning. Frequent cleaning requires efficient tools like water-fed poles. And safe chemistry, like dish soap, preserves the house.
Right.
The glass is officially transparent. But if we zoom out, solving a chemical problem doesn't really explain the emotional loyalty of 180 recurring customers.
No, it doesn't.
So what does this all mean? What is this company actually selling to convince people to keep them on a monthly payroll?
Well, there's a heavy psychological component here. They are acutely aware of the psychology of sunlight.
Interesting.
Yeah, when outlining the benefits of their service, they rarely focus on the absence of dirt. They focus on the presence of mood and productivity.
Now, linking window washing to personal productivity feels like a stretch. How do they justify that?
It's all about the biological impact of natural light. A layer of red dust acts as a diffuser. It scatters the sunlight entering a room, subtly dropping the overall lux levels, the brightness inside the home.
Okay.
And your brain interprets that dimness as an overcast day. By maximizing the abundant St. George sunshine, clearer views foster a legitimately positive and uplifting atmosphere. It enhances focus, boosts daily energy, and regulates your circadian rhythms.
Wow, so you aren't buying a chore, you are buying serotonin.
Essentially, yes.
If your windows are caked in red dust, you are quite literally filtering your reality. It casts a shadow over your entire day without you even realizing why you feel sluggish.
It fundamentally alters the daily experience of the people living inside the architecture. It's really about removing the barrier between the homeowner and the majestic environment they paid so much money to live inside.
That makes a lot of sense.
And this psychological framing is perfectly illustrated in their expansion into specialized niches, like construction window cleaning.
Let me deduce this. Construction window cleaning isn't just dusting.
Not at all.
When a new build is finished, the windows are covered in texture overspray, paint splatter, heavy drywall dust, and those incredibly stubborn manufacturer stickers baked on by the sun. It sounds less like cleaning and more like site remediation.
Exactly. It requires meticulous scraping with specialized blades to avoid scratching the brand new glass. They come in to remove all that construction debris to ensure a flawless finish.
Think about the emotional weight of that specific service, too. Like, a homeowner has just spent 18 months dealing with contractors, supply chain delays, and raw stress to build a dream home.
It's an exhausting process.
Right. And the house feels like a chaotic worksite, but the exact moment those manufacturer stickers are peeled off, the paint splatter is scraped away, and the glass becomes invisible. That is the ta-da moment.
The big reveal.
Yeah, that is the threshold where a construction site magically transforms into a sanctuary. They are selling that emotional transition.
They really understand the emotional milestones of homeownership, which actually makes their most unexpected service offering an absolute masterclass in resource utilization.
Oh, right.
Because alongside residential, commercial, and construction cleaning, they offer temporary Christmas light installation.
Yeah, when I first saw that, it felt like a total departure. Like, why is a window washing company hanging string lights?
It seems random at first.
But then you look at the economics of it, and it is a brilliant seasonal pivot. I mean, window washing is inherently seasonal. Nobody is thinking about their exterior glass when it is freezing outside or snowing.
Exactly. It creates a massive winter dead zone for a traditional cleaning business. You have a crew, you have payroll, and suddenly the phones just stop ringing in November.
So how do you keep your existing loyal customers engaged while keeping your crew working? You leverage the assets you already possess.
Precisely.
They already own the extension ladders. They already own the safety harnesses. They have a team that is highly trained and completely comfortable navigating steep roof lines and working at dangerous heights.
And most importantly, they already possess the five-star trust of the neighborhood.
Right. The customer acquisition cost for this new service is practically zero.
Yep. They don't have to launch a massive advertising campaign to find people who need Christmas lights. They just email their 180 loyal window washing clients and say, hey, we can handle this for you too.
They handle the setup, the takedown, and the long-term storage of the lights. They completely eliminate one of the most dangerous and annoying holiday chores.
It's a huge relief for homeowners.
It really is. They take a 2 to 4 hour task, strip away all the friction, and turn it into a stress-free holiday subscription box. They monetize the winter season by swapping out the squeegees for string lights, ensuring they never lose contact with their customer base.
They've built a hyper-local empire, not by constantly chasing random new demographics, but by deeply understanding the holistic needs of the homes they already service.
Yeah.
They manage the property's relationship with the seasons.
And it all comes together in how they structure their scheduling, too. They do not want to be a one-off emergency call. They thrive on establishing a rhythm.
Right.
They offer flexible tiers, monthly, bi-monthly, or quarterly, for the exterior battle against the redbird. They have taken the mundane act of fighting dust and engineered it into a perpetual lifestyle service.
They integrate themselves so smoothly into the maintenance of the home that the homeowner barely has to think about the logistics. Which brings up a profoundly interesting detail regarding the interior windows, something that perfectly encapsulates their entire philosophy.
See, I assumed the interior windows were safe. Like they aren't getting blasted by the Red Rock Desert wind. Why do those need professional attention?
Well, they strongly recommend that interior windows be cleaned at least every 6 months.
Okay, why?
The justification is that an entirely different kind of film builds up on the inside. You have aerosolized cooking oils from the kitchen. You have microscopic particulate from the HVAC system blowing air around.
Sure.
You have dander from pets. It creates a subtle, hazy film on the inside of the glass.
So it's a completely invisible indoor weather system.
Yes, but here's the critical detail. Because this film builds up incredibly slowly, I mean, a fraction of a millimeter at a time, day after day, month after month, we simply do not notice it happening.
Right.
It is the frog in the boiling water. You don't wake up one morning, look out the window and say, wow, the view is significantly darker today. Our eyes and our brains just slowly adapt to the dimness.
Wow. You only realize how degraded your environment had become the moment the professional wipes the glass clean and the room suddenly floods with light.
Exactly. And it offers a compelling metaphor to leave you with today.
I love this.
It invites us to consider our own environments, not just the physical architecture of our homes, but our mental spaces. That slow, imperceptible accumulation of dust and film happens everywhere.
In our habits, our relationships.
Yes. We adapt to degraded conditions without realizing we are losing the light, so it leaves you pondering, what invisible film is currently filtering the way you see the outside world right now, right from your own living room, without you even realizing it?